Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Kurnia Reihans Meiriendhie and my BP number is 2110-7310-30. Okay, in this video I would like to explain about uh, the topic of the briefing history on language testing. So this is the material or assignment for the language testing class. So the several subtopic of this material. The first one is behavioral influence on the language testing, uh, integrative assessment approaches, communicative assessment, traditional and alternative assessment, performance based assessment, dynamic assessment, pragmatic assessment, and the use of technology in testing. So let's start about the first material is about behavioral influence on language testing. So since language testing already appears in the world, there are some influence from this testing. For example, like the improvement of the grammatical level of the speaker, and the improvement level of the translation from the source language to target language, and the last one is for the improvement of the vocabulary, because when everyone do a test they will learn, so this will improve the behavior to to improve their language skill, just like what I said before. So let's see about the next method is about integrative approaches. So on the integrative approaches, there are two types of tests. The first one is closed test and dictation. So the closed test is the test that when there are sentence but it's not complete. So the student should what do we call complete the sentence with the right word. Maybe 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 on the sentence there is no verb or there is no subject, and they must add it to, or maybe there is no preposition or something like that, so they must add it to make a perfect sentence. And the second one is dictation. So dictation actually is like a listening test. Yeah, listening test. So student will give some. The student must listen what they. The student must write what they listen in the with his phone. So they will give some compensation or sentence by after listening, and they must write it. So that is dictation. And the next one is communicative language testing. So the communicative is what we call is the next type of test. So actually, based on what I read, I got a point like this communicative. So when someone test, or just like when teacher want to test his student skill, they will the teacher will try to communication or try to speak or do conversation with with his or her student. So they will, after that they will do assessment, what they will see how the student answer their his question or something like that. So this is communicative. There is a communication between the someone who want to test and the someone who to the student. And the next one is traditional and alternative assessment. For the traditional, it seems like the in the all in the school, maybe like multiple choices. When when uh, when I as a student I got a question in A B C D, like there is they give me a question, then I also give answer for A B C D, and we must choose the the correct answer. For the alternative is based on the what do we call it? Based on the process. It's not like in the traditional is the result, but the alternative is on the process. And the next one is performance based assessment. This is assessment from the teacher that do. They will evaluate the student in based on their performance, will be like how they answer his question, or maybe how the students work in a group or something like this. So based on performance, or maybe how the student give a response in class or something like that, or the active of in the class. And the next one is dynamic assessment. So based on I read, dynamic assessment is focused on ZPD. So on the ZPD, the teacher will see what learners can do when learners get assistance from others. So this is dynamic assessment. And then the next one is assessing pragmatic. As we know, pragmatic is language in the interaction. So actually, if we do a research in pragmatic, we just focus in interlanguage or cross-cultural. So in this saying, they will see how they just focus on your speech, as like how they request apologies or something like that. And then the last one is the use technology in testing. As we know, the in this era there's so many technology that the teacher or lecturer can use in testing. Like in TOEFL we can use a computer to answer the question or something, or maybe assignment test from the G from or something. So it's based on technology, and and the and the teacher also use technology like computer to decide his grade. Is it correct or not, or this is correct answer or not? Maybe that's for me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.